Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot, your ultimate destination for celebrity tarot readings. I'm Annabelle, tarot practitioner for over 35 years. I've had some people doubt that, but I am old as dirt. In this video, we are going to take a mystical journey into the lives of your favorite stars and royals through the cards. Please remember that all of my readings are for entertainment purposes only, and they reflect my own personal opinion and my own personal style of tarot reading. Always do your own research before making decisions. Remember that during the month of October 2023, I am giving 10% off all readings, all parties, all things psychic and fun. So you can visit my link and my website in the description of this video below to book your own magical reading. To continue joining me and exploring the stars and the cards, please subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notified of my readings. I do live readings typically twice a week for you all. We talk about celebrity stuff. We talk about you guys. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff. So it's kind of like an anything goes. It's my favorite part of the day. I appreciate all of you that have subscribed. My channel grew exponentially over the month of September 2023. So I appreciate all the new subscribers. Everybody's so great. So what we are going to take a look at today, this is one of my favorite stars. And I did not tell Gregopedia who I'm going to read on because I think he's going to hoot and holler. Heather Locklear. Any comments from the peanut gallery? I don't think he can hear me. I think he's got headphones on.
Heather Locklear?
Yeah, Heather is thy name. No,
nothing.
No, she doesn't do it for you?
No.
Wow, kind of surprised. So Gregopedia doesn't do it for him. So Heather Locklear was originally a very young starlet on a, what was she on? She was on TJ Hooker. What was the other one she was on? It's like she wasn't Dynasty. Was it Knots Landing or something like that? I am not of an age that I watch those particular shows, but you may remember her from Melrose Place. She was also married to Tommy Lee, which I thought was a really cute marriage at the time. It was super 80s, but she had some personal management issues, let's just put it that way, and was a bit troubled lately, or a few years ago. She has recently she was just seen out and about in Calabasas on September 21st, 2023. So I just want to take a look and see how our girl's doing, because she is, in my opinion, she's still gorgeous. She's still got it going on. She's not Stacey's mom. She was also married to Richie Sambora of, what do you call it? Bon Jovi fame. Oh, I'm a Jersey girl. I should know this right off. Should just roll right off the tongue. But let's see how she's doing, because there are some rumors that her family is concerned about her. Maybe we're in a situation where she just really wants to maintain her privacy. I'm doing this video on Monday, October 2nd, because this is Gregtoberfest week, where we throw our annual Oktoberfest party here, and we cook usually for between 70 and 150 people. We link our own sausages. We used to make our own pretzels, but that really wasn't working out, because I would wind up being in the kitchen all day because everyone loves pretzels. So we outsource the pretzels now, but we make our own spätzle, we make our own schnitzel, we make our own potato salads, we make our own everything. It's pretty wild. But let's see how our girl Heather is doing out there. One of the most beautiful women ever to walk the planet. She is a goddess. Let's see how she's doing right now. And we're using the Mystical Melodies Tarot. I'm going to use this for all the readings unless otherwise called up. So, Page of Pentacles, not making too much money, not really in super charge of her life at the moment. I'm going to move this a little bit further over. Looks like she doesn't know what direction to go in. But she is getting better. So everyone's always afraid of that Three of Swords card here. So this is our dominant energy here. And the Three of Swords is coming in loud and clear. And the Three of Swords is about getting your act together when it's in reverse. This is about, persevering and moving through pain and separation and anxiety and trouble. So she's working on it. The energy that I get intuitively when I touch the card is that she is in process. This isn't something that's a done deal. She's not, on the back end of it. She's really in the thick of it and working on it. And part of this issue is that she's having some trouble defining who she is at this point in her life. So there are different points in your life. I'm going to speak specifically to women. Most of my viewership is women. So when you go from being a young adult to an adult, sometimes that transition is a little bit awkward. When we go from being a wife to a mother, sometimes that transition is a little difficult as well, because the roles and the dynamics are very different. And it's very hard to balance those two things. Like when you are a wife, a mother, and a Hollywood starlet, that transition, first of all, your energies are spread really, really thin. And those are very definitive roles. It's really difficult to be a gorgeous starlet when you are waking up with a baby at 3 o'clock in the morning for the third time, and you haven't slept in 3 days more than an hour at a time, and you've got mascara running down your face, and you haven't worked out, and maybe you have a C-section scar or stitches going across your body. It's very hard to reconcile those types of roles. So for her, this is reconciling the role almost of retirement. Like, where do I settle into retirement? Where do I land where I am not, this obscure character that's floating around in Hollywood or Calabasas for our purposes? Where do I land on this? How do I maintain some kind of legacy that is valuable? We're going to go into that a little bit. It looks here that she really has separated from a number of entities and personalities in her life because of the expectation of role. And because those people did not support her in the transformation into another phase of Heather. So, this, I think, is a very difficult transition. It looks like she didn't have that kind of support. Now, I think she had her daughter with Richie Sambora, and I think that he is pretty supportive of their child together. But, when you don't have that individual who's really kind of walking the walk with you, it can get a little bit complicated. So under the surface at the bottom, we've got, and this is the shadow self, the thing that we don't show people, the thing that we're in denial of. And it's our Five of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse is being on your own, being, exiled, orphaned, that kind of vibe when we're upright. When we're in the reverse, this is almost a self-imposed exile. So there's like a very, someone could get very bummed out about this and be like, oh, I'm all alone. I'm on my own. But in her case, this is almost like a boot. I don't want to say Buddhist-like, but a spiritual journey where she goes off on her own and kind of reestablishes herself. So almost like a vision quest here. Like there's the opportunity for a vision quest. I don't think she's in it yet, but I think the opportunity is there. And I think that this is a really powerful moment for her to realign Heather with Heather. So what can she do? I know I just said I was doing the mystical melodies, but I feel like I need to pull out that Star Tarot. And in fact, I'm going to do it. I'm pulling out the Star Tarot. It's calling to me. Those of you that are readers, you know how this works. Sometimes you just have a deck that goes, pick me, pick me. So we're going to pick this one. And we're going to get down and dirty with this. I'm going to pull right from the center. What does Heather need to do to realign with this older, wiser, and I'm sorry I'm saying older, but she is an older and wiser Heather. She needs to realign with the body. The spirit and the body need to realign. So there's our Chariot card. She needs to slow the F down. So I don't know if she has written her book yet. And, here we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I've got the Five of Pentacles upright here. And the Five of Pentacles upright in this Star Tarot deck is about going on that vision quest. So there's our vision quest. She does need a vision quest. So, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So the chariot, the seven card, seven of the major arcana is the chariot card, and chariot is about moving forward. It's about grabbing the reins, even though there aren't reins in a lot of these decks. Grabbing the reins and driving forward and moving forward by sheer will. That's what this one is about. We're in reverse. So this says stop, pay attention. Don't look where the Four of Cups is. The Four of Cups, when it's upright, tells us to look into the ethereal and look to the skies, look to our guides, look to our gods, look to whomever tells us where we need to be. This card says don't look anymore. Don't add more into the situation. You already know where you need to be. The Princess of Pentacles. All the spiritual guidance has been revealed to her. So we don't want to add anything in here because we don't want to get any kind of weird practices or anything. So whatever she's doing, whatever spiritual practice she has hitched her cart like the chariot, or hitched her chariot to, whatever spiritual path she is on, she needs to dig deep on that. And she needs to get more real about it. So if she's working with a reverend, a shaman, a spirit guide, whatever, she needs to really level up and get to that, that next master's level of her spiritual guidance. The power is within her. The fire is within her. She can realize all of the good here. And there's a quietness of the soul that comes in with this high priestess. This is not fighting the terrestrial forms that are around us that maybe are telling us that we need to go in a different direction spiritually, or maybe that we need to be conducting ourselves a little bit different terrestrially. She'll get this quietness. It's almost like she becomes a duck and she's like, okay, yeah, I don't need to fight that anymore. I don't need to argue with this person anymore. I don't need to try and bring them over to my side anymore. So this pathway, work with the guides and the spiritual leaders that she already has lined up. So if those are sponsors and people that are helping her through the troubles that she's had in the last few years, that's great. If this is a shaman or a therapist or anything like that, that's great as well. And when I say, spirit guides, people that are guiding us, I don't mean, the gurus and the folk out there that are, beating drums and burning sage, like this one. It can be as traditional as a psychiatrist. It can be as traditional as a therapist. It doesn't have to be something, totally woo-woo. It could be a life coach. Yes, Gregopedia. There you are.
Yeah, get them out of here.
What?
They're ridiculous.
Life coaching? You don't like that? Gregopedia doesn't like the life coach.
Everyone who I know who has gotten a life coach, they've been totally steered wrong and made the worst decisions ever.
Gregopedia says, if you didn't hear him, every person he knows that's used a life coach has been steered wrong and has made wrong decisions. Maybe they're all using the same life coach. Perhaps. So under the surface here, she needs to quell her voice. She needs to quiet her voice. She doesn't need to get that terrestrial voice out there. What she needs to do is serve her soul and serve her soul best at this point. So very, very interesting message. Very precarious situation that she's going to be in, because the people around her don't quite understand. It's not that they're not being helpful, but they don't quite understand the journey that she's on. And that is very difficult, because Heather Locklear is one of the goddesses of our media and Hollywood celebrity. She is one of the goddesses, and it's very hard for a goddess to get older. It's very hard for a goddess to step away from that limelight, especially when you're one as fabulous as she was and is and will be once again. So ultimately, I think she's on this path alone, as is with a vision quest. A vision quest, you really are kind of walking that path alone and doing what you've got to do for yourself and letting those messages come in. How successful will she be? Eight of Cups, she may walk entirely away from the circumstances and the situations that she's in now. And that doesn't mean, leaving family, leaving friends, leaving children, that kind of thing. But it may be an evolution of her way of thinking and her way of living. So could be very interesting. Ultimately, Knight of Cups, she's going to get back to loving herself, and she is going to get back to work. We may see another incarnation of this beautiful woman. And I sure hope so. I know you guys probably hope so. So I wish her the best of luck. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, she is one of my favorite celebrities out there. I loved her on Melrose Place. I loved her on TJ Hooker. I loved her as Tommy Lee's wife. That was, if you haven't seen their wedding pictures, I don't want to bring that up, like if it's a sore spot, but they had like the quintessential rock and roll wedding. Like it was gorgeous. And she was this thin, like, oh, I die just a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am going to have more production videos for you. Like I said, this whole week I am prepping for Gregtoberfest. So you are going to see the same outfit. I didn't wear the same outfit a bunch of days in a row, but I batched these videos because I love every one of you. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks so much. Again, remember, 10% off if you want to get your own private reading with me. I have limited availability. I have a lot of appointments that booked for the month of October. I may extend the sale into November if I have to for scheduling reasons, if people can't get appointments. But as always, you can go to my website. You can email me with questions, fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. And I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much. See you.